The Grand Imam of Al-Azhar meets with French Prime Minister. And France says Jerusalem escalation extremely dangerous. Welcome back. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and visiting French Prime Minister Manuel Valls attended the signing ceremony of a defense cooperation agreement and a contract to purchase 2 Mistral warships. The deal was the second major military contract this year between France and Egypt, which French President François Hollande said he increasingly views as a strategic partner. The Mistral's contract with Cairo comes after Egypt became the first foreign buyers of France's Rafale fighter jet, agreeing to purchase 24 in February in what Paris hailed as historic accord. The signing ceremony was attended by Prime Minister Sharif Ismail, who later held talks with his part that centered on means of boosting ties and political issues of mutual concern. Ismail and the Ministers of Trade and Industry also met with a group of French businessmen who are joining Valls. Valls arrived in Egypt earlier on Saturday at the start of an Arab tour, which will also take him to Jordan and Saudi Arabia. The Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, Sheikh Ahmed al-Tayyib, received on Sunday visiting French Prime Minister Manuel Valls and his accompanying delegation. The two sides reviewed the regional developments and the role of Al-Azhar on the local and international levels. They also tackled French role in supporting Islamic affairs and the status of Islamic communities in European countries. Deputy Foreign Minister Ambassador Hamdi Louza and spokesman of the Higher Election Commission HAC Councillor Omar Marwan held a joint press conference on Sunday. The conference tackled the latest preparations for the first phase of Egyptian expats voting process, which will take place next Saturday and Sunday. Earlier, Marwan reiterated that the electoral body would provide all the logistics for holding free and fair elections, adding that it would also assign a coordinator to organize queues and guide voters. He added that some private TV channels had committed violations to the elections. No measures would be taken to prevent further recurrence. Meanwhile, Minister of Local Development Dr. Zaki Badr said that the consultations are underway between different ministries, governorates and the HAC to prepare the headquarters of the polling stations of the upcoming parliamentary elections slated for the 18th and 19th of October. And to the regional arena, particularly to Syria, where Syrian forces made advances against extremists in Hama and Latakia provinces as they press a ground operation backed by Russian air support. Meanwhile, the Russian Defense Ministry said that its forces had hit 55 Daesh targets in the past 24 hours. More details on the situation in Syria in this report.
Forces made advances against extremists in Hama and Latakia provinces as they pressed a ground operation backed by Russian air support. In Hama, with Russian air support and pro-government forces on the ground, Syrian army forces captured several areas. They seized Achan village from Al-Qaeda-affiliated Al-Nusra Front. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, a Britain-based monitor, reported heavy fighting around Achan as they thought to push northwest and take a neighboring hilltop. With support from